Yes, people. Welcome back to GNA TV. I hope you guys are all well, wherever it is that you may be in the world. I'm your host, Gem.
And I'm your other host, Adz. Cue the intro.
Don't know how I'm here, and it's you that I wanna need. Feel your heart
Yes, people. The weekend is here. No need to fear. Which basically means what? Premier League football is back. Back with a bang as well, because this weekend, especially Sunday, we have got some mad games, mad lineups coming on. So yeah, I think it starts with Man United Southampton, which is a massive game, and then it goes on to Chelsea versus Spurs, and then in the evening you have got Arsenal, who we all hope are going to lose against Wolves.
Yes.
But today, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about Chelsea v Spurs. So let's get into it. Let's get into it, people. So basically, as a neutral, what do you think about the game on the weekend, and what are you expecting from the game?
Close possession rate, close close passing rate. I think everything's gonna be really tight. That's all I can say. I think everything's gonna be tight. I feel like the best players will shine in the game. I feel like the defenses will have to be stronger as well because they're two great and highly attacking sides as well. So I feel like people will agree with me on that. I feel like the possession will be very close as well. Recently, have really been dominating possession in the games that they've played, but I feel like there are two managers that we've never really seen like a prime amount of patience under these clubs. You know what I'm trying to say? So there's gonna be a lot of pressure on the necks of the players and the managers. I just want to see how they take it in and actually sink in because it's gonna be a good game either way. So
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a big game. I think it's going to be a tight game. Look, are we scared of Tottenham? No, we are not scared of Tottenham. Have we got a good enough squad? Yes. Is the squad that Chelsea will play on Sunday going to be a strong squad? Yes. Everyone's back fit. We are very confident that going into this game that we can get the job done. Listen, Spurs have got injuries. I mean, losing Toby's always a big thing.
Yeah.
Toby's a big loss to them. That for me mucks up the defence slightly because I don't really believe in Eric Dyer as a defender. I don't think he's that good. But looking at Chelsea, for me, we've just got to go in there and play our game. Do what we've been doing well for the last 6 games, turn up and put a performance in.
I agree.
To keep the same team formation, whatever. Timo Werner will probably be starting on the left. I would actually like to see Giroud start up front this time because I think he deserved it after his goal on the week in the Champions League as well. So it's one of them ones where it's going to be tight. I think Spurs will come to will do typical Mourinho tactics, which basically just be him sitting, him soaking the pressure, him conceding possession to us as a team, which most teams do at Stamford Bridge. But the difference with this Chelsea squad this season is that they can break teams down. So yeah, it's going to be an absolute banger of a game. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope and I am confident that we can get the job done, providing we turn up and we continue playing the way we have. So yeah, it's going to be a good one, isn't it, bro? It's definitely going to be a good one. So
I'm excited. As a neutral, I'm really excited. I just feel like this is the most confident I've ever seen Spurs fans. It's like the most confident I've ever seen them because usually they go into this game saying, "Oh yeah, but we have these doubts. This player's not playing well. This player's not playing well." But every player in the team has been playing well recently. As much the thing is, I like Eric Dyer, but I just don't think he's a good player.
yeah,
You know what I'm trying to
yeah,
say?
I agree, bro. I think we're both on the same level with that. But we're all sitting here saying we can win, but I'm nervous. Will, listen, we've played. We haven't played a top 16 bar in Liverpool up to now. I get you that you're nervous. Spurs are in good form, but remember they are only Spurs. And yes, they have got Jose Mourinho, and yes, he's got them playing well, but they have not got a good record at Stamford Bridge as well. So we have got a lot going our way. I hope that we can just continue pushing forward in the game. And get a result. But what we're going to do is what Winter Surf has just done here now. He's predicted his combined 11. I want you guys as the viewers to obviously get involved as well. What we're going to do is we're going to go through our combined 11. Yeah, and then we're going to leave it open and we're going to put the link in the chat.
Yeah.
And we want you guys to basically get involved and tell us what you think as well. So winter servers combined 11 is Mendy, James, Thiago Silva, Zuma, Chilwell, Kante, Mount, Havertz, Werner, Ziyech, Tammy. For me, that's pretty strong. I'm not going to lie. That is a pretty strong team.
That is strong.
Let's start with our combined 11. That's it. That's his first 11 for Chelsea, isn't it? He's saying combined 11, but he's just taking the mick, isn't he? Basically, because he's saying there's no Spurs in that team. But we're going to do a combined 11, which is going to accumulate some Spurs fans and some Chelsea fans. Chelsea fans, but the players and Chelsea players. Starting with the goalie, mate. Lloris or Mendy?
Right. This is controversial. Actually, you know what? No decisions in my opinion is actually controversial because they're both of them on top form recently. But there's an experienced keeper who's been playing for ages, and then there's an experienced player who's been really overlooked in recent years since he came to Chelsea. But I've seen more of Mendy recently, and I think he's just got it. I think he's just a unique keeper who is basically the backbone and the leader in the team. I know I say when it comes to the attacks being set and the balls being rolled upfield is all down to Kante and other players, but there's only one man giving the call outs to the defenders to push back, drop off, go forward, and that's Mendy. So I'm gonna say Mendy in goal for me, bro.
It's a tough one because Lloris is, is a part of the World Cup winning France team. He's playing well for Spurs. So is Mendy. I'm going to stick with my boy, but I wouldn't argue with Lloris as well because he's on a bit of form at the moment. But I'm going to say Mendy as well. Going into left back, Reguilon or Chilwell. Now that is hard. Now I'm not going to lie, that is tough because Chilwell's in impeccable form, but then so is Reguilon. Since he's come to Spurs, he's been absolutely outstanding. So again, it's a tough one. Like, who would you choose out of the two?
Like I've said, man, they've both been playing well, and I feel like I have actually seen more of Chilwell recently because I've been watching the Chelsea games. I don't have that love for many clubs, but I like watching Chelsea. I've been liking watching Chelsea recently because I've been invited on many Chelsea channels to actually be a like a main part of it to watch as one of the main watchers. So I'm gonna say Chilwell. I like him, and I'm not just saying it because I like him. I generally feel like he's edged it on a better season so far. So I'm gonna say Chile.
That's fair enough. For me, it's a hard one. Again, it's chalk and cheese. Reguilon's performed very, very well this season.
Yeah.
But so has Chilwell.
Exactly.
I want to hear what you guys have to say in the chat. Who do you think? Who would you have in your combined 11? Chilwell or Reguilon? That's the question I've got for you guys that are watching at the moment. For me, I'm going to sound a bit biased because I want to keep going for my players. But to be honest, I do think that Ben Chilwell at the moment, as a fullback, is the best at the moment in his position. I think Reguilon is as good and is playing as well. But I am going to go for Ben Chilwell on that one as well. So we're moving into the centre back positions. Now, Toby, if he was fit, would have been one of them for me straight away, next to probably Thiago Silva. As much as I love Zuma, it'd probably been Thiago Silva and Toby. Because Toby's out of this game, it only leaves Eric Dyer. And I don't rate Eric Dyer. I don't know about you guys as well.
I don't rate him. I don't rate him. And I'm not going to rate him because he's been converted into a centre-back position. Not even that. I just don't think he's all that. He used to be okay, but I just don't think he's got it anymore. Like, just that little bit of spark. So I'm going to back my boy Zuma, and I'm also going to say Thiago Silva because that's a beastly partnership. And only in a few spaces of games as well, we've seen how strong they can actually come together and actually, build off and actually create attacks as well and actually urge on other players to move forward and track back. So I'm going to say them two, man. Silva and Zuma.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna agree as well. So you've gone for Silva and Zuma, yeah? Yeah. So it's pretty much a Chelsea starting 11 so far, and I mean you can't blame it. We're on a bit of form, and I do think we've got better defenders than them, to be honest. But going into right back, I think again there's only one winner, isn't there? Yeah. It's got to be Reece James, isn't it? Who else is there for Tottenham?
It wouldn't even be that. I think Reece has been in immense form recently. He's just been trying to participate in every attack as well. Because I was watching the Newcastle game, I saw him. He was
Look,
trying to participate in
right.
everything.
Kai, I know you're probably a Spurs fan, which is love to have. Look, it's wicked to have you on. Do you know what I mean? Because it's hard for me to actually find Spurs fans other than from who we've got in the football terrace. So it's nice. I'd love to see if you can come on once you put the stream yard link out and just have your opinion. But look, I will give you Regulon. Regulon is one that I think should probably be in, maybe in the squad. But then if you look at your centre backs, I would have put Toby in there, but Toby's injured. And Eric Dyer is not better than Thiago Silva and Zuma. I think we can agree on that. In terms of right back, I think Reece James has been awesome again as well. And I don't really know who you play other than Doherty and Aurier, isn't it, at the moment? And they're not the best. So again, it's a tough one, mate. I'm going to have to go with what I feel. I said it on another stream. If Dyer is the answer, I don't want to know the question. Oh, Winter Surfer, things never change. Will says Dyer is dead with any level of centre backs lower than Toby, which is fair, which is fair enough. Kai's actually agreed with us on this one. Said you can take centre backs. Cool. Right, we're going to move into the midfield and the holding DM, and it's a tough one because Højbjerg's been absolutely immense this whole season, but then you're comparing him to N'Golo Kante. I think Kante's awesome, and he's he's in the best form of his life at the moment. But because of what Højbjerg's done since he's come into Spurs, I feel like we know what Kante's about. We didn't know that Højbjerg could come and do what he did for them. So I'm going to give it to Højbjerg. But the only pure reason is because we know how good Kante is, but we've got to give him something, and he's been awesome for them so far. What do you think, Adz?
Right. I think every single neutral likes Kante. If you don't, you're weird. Because the guy's a nice guy on the pitch and off the pitch. And the thing is, I'll say this right now. Like I said, I'm not gonna keep saying it. I've been watching Chelsea games more than Tottenham games, and I know that they've had a good holding midfielder so far. But Kante, in my opinion, when I've seen him have the run of games, which he's been having recently, he's been immense and he's been the backbone and the best player on the field. That's even when players have scored goals. So I'm gonna say Kante, man. I can't not say Kante.
It's a tough one. Kante, Højbjerg. People in the live chats, let us know. Kante or Højbjerg? Who would we have based upon form? Remember, guys, we base this upon form as well. Yeah, this ain't just overall. If it's overall, it's going to be Kante. We have to base it, on form at the moment. Kante's been awesome. He would go in for me straight away, but I feel like I'm being very biased when I keep ringing out Chelsea fans. So Chelsea players. So I'm going to have to go with Højbjerg for now, and we'll just have to see what happens.
Lanzi, man. Thanks for being here, Lanzi, man. Really appreciate it. Kai says Kante, Højbjerg has been awesome. Chelsea fan says Kante is world class. I'd say, listen, Chelsea fan, I'd say this right now. Like Jim just said, if we're ranking it overall, Kante gets in there automatically. We don't even need to discuss the situation, but they've both been playing well recently. But in my opinion, like I said, I've seen more Chelsea games this season than Tottenham games, and I feel like Kante is overall a better player as well. And he just brings something different to a team. You put him in any team, he'll make a difference. So I'm gonna have to back Kante.
No, Will, we cannot.
We're gonna tie you out in a minute if you say that again.
God, dang. But yeah, going on into the two at the
Lanzi says
front,
Kante.
we'll do a 4-3-3, yeah. So the two
Yeah.
in the front, the two in front of the holder. I'm going to put. This is a tough one because there's a number of players at the end. Ndombele is playing very well at the moment for Spurs, so we have to bear that in mind. But then at the same time, Mason Mount's in very good form. Kai Havertz has been injured, so he's been ill, so I wouldn't put him in the bracket. And then you've got Kovacic. So I'm going to say Mount and then Ndombele. Who do you think, bro?
I'm gonna have to agree. As much as I hate to say it, I'm gonna have to agree. The only thing I'm glad about is that I'm never gonna put Kovacic in a combined 11 because
You don't
it's
like
just so. It's not even that. I don't even post in a vendetta or anything like that or an agenda because I generally feel like he had a good season last season and he was good before he came to Chelsea. He's just not on the level that most centre backs are right now. So I'm not gonna put him there. And I think Ndombele's been better, and I think better as well. Mount is not as good as Kovacic, but it has to be Mount because his movement recently has been
It's his
immense,
form.
and I
It's his
feel like he
form.
brings something different.
Yeah. I think Mount's been on
It's his form.
Mount's been in better form for me than Kovacic. Mount will play that position better. If Kai Havertz had been playing for the last 2 weeks and was fit, he might have, depending on the performances, he might have picked it. But Mason Mount and Ndombele is our choices, and I don't think that's a bad shout. And then you look at the wingers. So you've got on the right. There's only one person that can go on the right, and it's got to be Hakim Ziyech with that wonder foot, absolute wonder foot. And he's a wizard. He's a magician. He's awesome. He's great. He's just everything. Like, is there anyone in the live chat that can disagree with me about Hakim Ziyech? Please, you're welcome to. Please, and if you've got someone that you think that should play there, then tell me otherwise.
What do you think? I think you've just said it. You've just said it. Ziyech is a magician, man. Magician. He has to go in. He has to go in the wing.
He has to go in the wing. I agree as well. And then on the left, see, it's a tough one now because you've got Kane, Werner, and Heung-min Son, and at the moment, you're going to have to go with who's on form. And on form is Son, isn't he? At the moment, he's got a lot of goals. Timo Werner scored a lot of goals as well, but this is what the Spurs fans hold on to the most. These two, because they're like, you can have everything else, but these two are on form. These are the guys that have got to be in the team. So for me, it's going to be Son on the left. What about you, Ed?
Son, man. As much as I like Werner, it's just the thing is Son's got the position. Son's the thing is based on form. Yes, I have to say Son, but as well as that, that's his home position. It's not home position, and that's another advantage someone could easily add on to the point. But on form, I'm gonna have to give it to Son. So Son for me.
And then you've got the decision up front: Werner, Harry Kane, Tammy Abraham, Giroud. Who do you want? But I mean, you've got to go with the honesty here and just say Harry Kane, haven't you? I mean, Timo Werner. It hurts me because Timo Werner hasn't been playing up front this season. He's been put on the wing, and that's not his position. And we're basing this upon form, guys. Right now, just remember this: we're not basing this on overall player, basing this on their overall form. And Son and Kane at the moment are dangerous. They're deadly. They're on form, and I think with Ziyech, Kane, and Son all in the team, can you imagine that? Can you imagine the assists that Ziyech would give for them two up front? It would be absolutely scary as hell. It would be magical. It would be magical. So that's our combined 11, guys. So we have got Mendy, Reguilon, Thiago Silva, Kurt Zouma, Reece James, Højbjerg, Mount, Ndombele, Ziyech, Son, Kane. That is our combined 11. What we will do actually in the chat is we'll type that up. I want you guys to give us your opinions and your thoughts, and we want to know your combined 11. Adz is going to put the link in the live chat now, so you guys can jump in, and I'm just going to type up our combined 11 for you guys, so you know who we got, and then you can tell us who you dispute, who you disagree with, who you think should come in, who shouldn't come in, whatever. So we've got Mendy.
Make sure to hit the link, people. Get your full opinions in here. We want to hear your full. It will be in call-ins, so it'll be like 5-10 minutes. Because we want everyone to express their thoughts, and we don't want it to be full of panelists or step-in panelists, because obviously this is just us giving our thoughts on the game, and we want to hear your opinions on it. We don't want it to be here for too long. People, make sure to hit the link if you want to share your thoughts on our combined 11, share your thoughts on the game, anything Spurs and Chelsea related. That's allowed as well, so make sure to just jump in. Now Gemma's just left it in there, and then we have the big brother monster making his debut on GNA TV.
Mikey, what's happening, brother?
Respect to you lot, man. Respect to you lot.
Man. Thank you.
Listen, everyone. Yes.
Monster. What do you think of our combined 11 for Spurs and Chelsea?
I don't think I heard all of it. I think I heard, but you lot put Reguilon in there.
I heard that. There's a Spurs fan in the live chat, and he was getting very frustrated that we wasn't putting any Spurs players in, so I gave him Reguilon on this one. Yeah. What do you say about that?
I'm not gonna lie. He has been quality, man. He has been really quality. Like I can't even sit here and lie like he hasn't. Like I think we all knew he was quality anyway, because we all didn't. Chelsea fans wanted him in it when he was being offered to us. The only thing is, obviously, Chelsea weren't going to buy him with the whole the stupid buyback clause in it. But am I going to sit here and lie like he's not being quality? No, I wouldn't, because at the same time as well, one thing I would say is that he hasn't just looked good attackably. He's looked good really defensively. I didn't know he was that good defensively. Like, do you get what I mean?
Monster, the thing is, I'll tell you this now. The reason he's been so underestimated is because of the club he's at right now. I'll tell you that. That's a fact. That's why he's been so underestimated, because he's at Spurs. The thing is, I'll tell you this now. That's a fact. There's no opinion. That's a fact. And I'll tell you this now.
Yeah.
People are like, oh yeah. Because the thing is, if he was at another club, if he was at United or Liverpool or something like that, people would be, oh yeah, this is the type of player that they've needed for time. And now they're like, oh shit, yeah, this guy's actually doing bits at this club. And no one expected it because it's Spurs. Standard.
Monster. What do you think about Ndombele and Mason Mount as the two in a 4-3-3 and then Højbjerg holding? How does that sound to you? Based upon form only. We're based upon form at the moment.
I can't have Højbjerg holding over Kante, man. Kante
not me.
Does he not get a shout?
Not over Kante. He can get a shout in there, maybe. If anything, over Mount or Dembele, but not over Kante. Kante so far this season has been the best in the DM position. Do you know what I mean? He's got the most interceptions, the most tackles, like in the league. Like and that's what a DM's there for. So he has to be there. Do you know what I mean? If you ask me.
No, I hear you. And what about Mason Mount? Would you pick him over Kovacic based upon form?
Oh yeah. Over Kovacic, yes. He's been better than Kovacic this season.
I would actually say I actually did say Kante to Gem, but it Højbjerg is it's not a bad choice. Like you can't argue with it if anyone wants to say Højbjerg. Because the thing is,
go on. No, go on, bro.
No, I'll say this now. In my opinion, Kante is world class, and if people want to say that their holding has been better, in my opinion, they've been just as good as each other. So if they want to say that, they can put him in that position, but no one can say that they've been any rise above each other, because they have not been, and there's no percentage above each other. Kante, in my opinion, edges it, but people could say that it's been a close call and that they'd pick their holding. Go on, Gem, bro. Sorry, bro.
What do you feel about? I mean, Kante, Højbjerg. I get Kante. I'd always pick Kante over him. Again, I've probably just done that because he's had such a big effect to that Spurs team. And one thing they struggled with in midfield is someone that can hold well and protect the defence. But going forward, Son, Kane, Ziyech.
Yeah, I'll see that. Yeah.
Yeah, we all agree with it. Definitely.
Son, Kane, Ziyech, yes. Son, Kane, Ziyech, 100%.
No Werner.
It's either Son, Kane, Ziyech or Son, Kane, Werner. Like it's got to be one of those, isn't it?
Guys, I'm gonna give you my combined 11 in chat now. Chris, are you there, bro?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, sweet.
Cool. So listen, Joe, what do you think about the combined 11, bro? Did you change any of it?
Gem, I want to ask you a question. Is Reguilon better than Chilwell?
Is Reguilon better than Chilwell? Oh, do you see?
No.
Do you know what
I think no.
In my opinion,
I think they're both very, very good. I mean, you can't deny that Reguilon's not a good player.
He's amazing. I can't lie. He's amazing.
He can defend. He's got speed. He can cross. He can, he can do everything that Chilwell can do. The only thing that Chilwell has done so far, which has surprised me the most, is score a lot of goals.
Yeah.
And assisting and everything. So for me at the moment, it's tough to separate them at the moment. But it's still for me. It's just like a coin.
There's my combined 11 down there, guys. So Mendy, Chilwell, Silva, Zuma, James, Kante, Mount. Just my combined 11. I just feel like we have to be honest now, because Kante, in my opinion, calm Kante. So I honestly don't know why people say that this player's been better than that, because they've just been both as good as each other. I feel like the ranking's just close anyway, so you can put either of them. But in my opinion, Kante edges it.
Christian.
Yeah.
Christian. you there? Yeah. All right, Christian. What do you think about the combined 11, mate? Anything you would change about it?
Well, in my combined 11, I had Lloris, James, Thiago Silva, Alderweireld, Reguilon, Kante, Ndombele, Kovacic, Ziyech, Kane, and Son. So it's like
I couldn't put Kovacic in there. He's barely played, man.
Why Kovacic? Why, please? I'd like to know.
Because I'm not gonna sit and act like I watch Chelsea a lot, but the slander that I saw Mason Mount getting, I would have thought he's not playing very well. So it's like I didn't pick Mason Mount because, and last season everyone was raving about Kovacic, so I just put him in there because I don't watch Chelsea like that.
Yeah, but Chris, that was people like David and Kai who are having a go at him.
Kovacic has barely played this season. Barely.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, we can substitute him out, and I'd have a problem with that.
Because people, what it is because Mel said it on my show quite well. She said because Mason Mount is English, he doesn't get the praise he deserves. If you want any manager in the world, any manager, maybe barring Pep, because Pep wants more technically gifted players. Any manager in the world starts Mason Mount automatically. Like it's not even a joke. Like if Mourinho had Mount, he would start him.
Yeah, you know what?
Klopp will start him as well. Klopp will start him.
With the formation that Manchester United have right now, I'll tell you the sad truth. We will never play Van der Beek as our right winger, even when Greenwood is injured. We would stick Mata on the right. Mount would get on that right position easy, and I'll tell you why. Because tons of managers rate Mount over Van der Beek, and in my opinion, Van der Beek is better than Mount. But sadly, that will happen at United because he tends to think the older and the more substantial and risen up players from certain countries get above other players, and he said that because his link up play with Bruno is better, that's why he sticks Mata on the right. But realistically, I haven't seen any link up recently.
Do you know what really gets me about English players is that they get slandered a lot for their performances, and if one little thing goes wrong in a team, they're always the first players to judge because they're English, they live here, they're part of the England team, whatever. But for me, it doesn't make sense because they're valued so high. Do you know what I mean? Like you can't buy an English footballer for less than 50 million right now. Do you know what I mean? But yet people moan about them so much. How much do you think, Monster, Mason Mount is currently worth at this moment in time?
I think around that 50-60 million pound mark. He's a player that I don't know. It don't matter. He's always going to give it his all. Do you get what I mean? And that's why managers play him. He's hard-working players like that are hard to come by. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
The thing about some of these technical players, they're technical and all that, but they're not hard workers. Like you're not going to get a hard-working performance from them. That's why managers don't necessarily. That's why the likes of Mourinho was going at Pogba and Ndombele as well, because they're not the hardest of workers.
Difference is Ndombele's worked hard and showed that he could get in the squad. Pogba hasn't.
Can I say something though?
Yeah.
The thing is, and I'm gonna say this right now, David, this is why sometimes we don't get on, because prime example of hate for British players. It's not just that, but there were far worse players on the pitch the other day against Newcastle in the first half than Tammy Abraham. I'm not hearing the slander. It was Kai as well, and there was everyone on the news. Everyone was saying, "Oh, Abraham's not doing this." All the leaflets and the pamphlets were saying Tammy Abraham hasn't played well in the first half. As soon as he scores a goal, there's still slander. There's still slander.
Yeah, but that always be the case, mate. Unfortunately, they will always get criticised. But Johnny Boy Blue says if Declan Rice is worth £60, which I think you mean 60 mil, then Mount is easily £75, which is 75 mil, I'm assuming. So
I ain't paying over 50 million for Mason Mount.
I know. I ain't. No. I know.
Way.
I
wouldn't even pay 50 for him.
I ain't even paying. No, I ain't paying fucking 50 for both of them. I think Declan Rice is bang average.
Is Declan Rice worth more than Mason Mount at the moment?
No.
I think he's better in his position than Mason Mount.
Yes.
But I feel like because of the position he plays, you have to look at how the best goalie in the world isn't going to be worth as much as the best striker in the world. You know what I mean?
No, I think if you ask me, I think Declan Rice doesn't. I think if you were to bring a pool of managers out, I think Mason Mount will start games for a lot more managers than Declan Rice would.
Yeah, that's a fact. But
Yeah.
in my opinion, I would never.
I
I would
agree.
never pay over. I wouldn't pay that amount of money for both of those players. Because I'll
Me
tell you
neither.
right now, Rice is overrated. Will, I'll say that right now to your face. Will is overrated. Rice is overrated. And Mount, in my opinion, he's not overrated. But when he first
He's
started
not rated
playing,
at all.
that's the problem. That's the problem, and people need to stop this slander. Listen. I'll be honest now. In front of the Chelsea fans, at the start, I was not a massive fan of Mason Mount, but now I actually see that he's actually living up to his full potential. Now he's starting to live up to it. He's not lived up to it yet, but that Newcastle game proved what a player you guys actually have.
Look,
Yeah.
Mason Mount.
sorry.
This is Mason Mount's second competitive season for Chelsea in the Premier League. People forget that. Yeah, he's not been playing in the league that blimmin' long. Yeah, he played in the Championship. I get he played for Derby, which is a decent level, but the difference between the Championship and the Premier League is pretty big. If you know what I mean, in terms of you know, the teams that are involved in them, if that makes sense. So, you know, we've got to give Mason Mount that bit of time. Do you know what I mean? He's still very young. Yeah, he has got a lot of talent. Whether or not he'll blossom into a world-class player is yet to be seen. But at the moment, he's doing well and he's playing well and he deserves to be in the team. Agree, Monster?
I'll be honest with
I agree.
I agree. I just don't
Same.
think. I
The
just
thing
don't
is,
think,
though, I think he
Monster.
does, like you're saying, he needs time. I think he's just proving what he's doing. Like the man's doing what he needs to be, what needs to be done. Like I don't even think he needs time. He's doing it anyway. I just think people just disrespect him because he doesn't look aesthetically pleasing. Like they want, you know, the most skillful. I always hear people, oh, this person has more potential than this person, and blah blah. But the man's like, who cares about potential? What matters is them not doing it on the freaking pitch. I don't care about potential.
Monster.
Show me what they're doing.
Monster.
Yeah.
For me,
Oh,
when I watched Mount in that FA Cup semi-final, he played great. But it's like, do we get that from him every single game? Is he consistent enough?
He's 20. How old is he?
He's 21.
21. How many 21-year-olds are performing at a rate? I always say this when people are overly critical of the likes of Rashford and all these guys, they forget that these guys are 21 years old. Do you know how young that is? Like, these guys are not supposed to be performing at this age like that. They're not supposed to be.
Marcus Rashford's another example of it. 22 years old, and look how many goals he scored at 22.
Let's not. We're not gonna quote.
Some of your all-time greats were not performing like this at this age. So the fact that they're doing it now just shows you how amazing they are. I'm not saying they will be as good as the all-time greats. I'm not saying that, but just give them the respect they deserve for doing it at this age, innit? Give them the respect.
Can I say one thing though? I talk about Marcus Rashford. There's a certain Brit in this community that was talking about he hasn't done this in them games. He hasn't done this in them games. You got proven wrong. Now look at you, still giving him slander. Yesterday I saw what you said about him. You said he's cut out for Manchester United. Scandalous comment again. Sick of it.
What does that mean? He's cut out for Man United. Is Man United not like the top 3 biggest teams in the world? Like, what's he talking about?
Listen, first of all, what would we have done without him? Even after injury, he was still on top form. I don't. All these dickheads talking rubbish, man.
He's second top goal scorer in the Champions League, but he's not cut out for Man United.
Yeah. Let's save Man United chat for another day because we're talking about Chelsea today.
Too depressing.
But what do we think about where is the weaknesses, if there is any, in the Chelsea team that Spurs can obviously get in that against?
If we go too forward and attack too much, then they'll obviously circle up and hit us on the break. So we need to be preserved in our approach.
Do we play the same formation as we have done with the 4-3-3, or would we go back to the 4-2-3-1?
4-3-3.
Can I just say something though? CFC, I disagree with you because the thing is, with what I've been seeing as a neutral, and I'll be completely honest here, I don't think that Chelsea have too much to panic about, because the thing is, I've been looking at how Tottenham are really like far spread out, and they haven't really been playing like that recently, and sometimes that comes to a disadvantage, because when they get hit on the break, Chelsea have Kante in the middle, and he can revert any play that's coming towards the Chelsea defense.
Yeah, he's in a man Mark Kane, innit?
So I don't think you lot will have as much as a problem.
Who the hell is calling me Monster Munch?
As much of a problem. I don't think you lot will have as much of a problem as you lot think, if that makes sense.
Monster Munch.
neutral.
I think it's ZX our only hope feel like he's a low block destroyer. So I think
Go on,
we need
bro,
him
go
in
on.
this game.
Monster Munch, do you feel the Mason Mount hate it's due to Lampard's early and Southgate's tactics?
Yeah, because they're playing him out of position, so they're basically feeding him to the wolves. If you're playing someone out of position, do you expect them to be great there? No, they're going to play shit, or maybe not even shit, but not up to the standard you expect them to play. So of course, people are going to slander them for it when it's not the player's fault. So that is. But since Mount has been performing, but people still don't want to. They still don't want to give him his props. They still say he's shit, he's this, he's that. It's just I just ignore it anyway. I don't pay no mind to it.
Gem,
Mount does as well.
Gem,
Yes,
what do you think of Prime's comments?
About
Remember, I showed the video. He was saying Spurs masterclass.
Yeah, he said that on Monster Stream, did he? Is that on your Monster?
Yeah. I screen recorded it, innit?
He probably did say it on mine because I was asking him, is he a Chelsea fan? Like, is he sure he's a Chelsea fan?
Listen, at 9:30 we're on Fraud Watch tonight, and he's my Fraud Watch. Yeah. So tune in for that. I'll pick up Indiana in his show as well, which is
we'll both be on there, people. So make sure to tune into that.
Same.
I just want to say something though before we carry on. Kai, I've been looking at you. You posted that comment like 2 times already. I'm guessing you're not a big fan of Zuma and you don't think he's capable of stopping anyone.
Don't sleep on Zuma, man.
Don't sleep on him at all, because Gem knows this, Monster knows this, Prime knows this, everyone in the community knows this. I'm a neutral and I've still got facts. And I said before the Newcastle game, Zuma will prove his worth. And he proved his worth.
Let me say something. When it comes to recovery pace and last-ditch tackles, that guy's the best at it. I think, like, we've seen.
Can like Human Son's in good form at the moment. We all know that.
Harris.
Can he cause Zuma problems in this game, or do you think Zuma's got him?
I'll say this now. He's capable of doing it, but we need to just see if he does or not. If that makes sense.
They're capable of doing it to anyone, man. So of course they're capable of putting Zuma in trouble. They're capable of putting any defender in trouble.
Monster, where is Spurs' weaknesses, and where do you think Chelsea can hurt them?
It's their defense. Their defense is already shaky. Well, they're playing without Alderweireld. They're going to probably play with Sanchez and Dyer. That's their weakness right there. Do you know what I mean?
I'll be honest though. I wouldn't sleep on Sanchez as much as Dyer though. I wouldn't say they want. I wouldn't say.
Have you seen Sanchez play this season?
No. What I'm saying is, this season they've been on the same heights, but when it comes to big games, Sanchez is better when it comes under pressure. Dyer is just shit anyway. I don't rate him.
Did you watch the West Ham game? Yeah.
Toby is their best player by far, bro. Toby is the mould of the back four.
Yes.
He makes like what happens with Thiago Silva when he gets removed. I know he's been better recently. He's like that kind of player for them. Very experienced. He's a lot. Yes, he's got age behind him, but he's still a top quality for me.
Back then, he was him and Jan Vertonghen. That was the best centre back partnership.
Yes, facts.
Yeah, exactly. Jan Vertonghen as well. Joe. He hasn't spoken a lot. Where is it? Who is Joe? Can you hear me?
He's just muted, I think.
He's muted.
You're muted, Joe. Is he?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, he's there. What do you think about the game on Sunday, buddy? What are you expecting from the game?
I expect a big win, 4-0 Chelsea.
4-0?
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Who's your goal scorers?
Listen, people, I got to get out of here, though, yeah?
Big up, Monster.
Big up to you, Monster, man.
Big up, man. Enjoy the stream. Like the stream, people. Peace out, man.
Yes.
Big up, Mike.
Take care.
Big up to you, Monster, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Who's scoring these 4 goals then, Joe?
2 for Abraham, 1 for Ziyech, 1 for Mount.
I like the confidence, man.
I wouldn't put it past him. Because Abraham has been dangerous. He's been one of the most dangerous strikers. Actually, no.
Yeah, because
let me rephrase
Ziyech can give that
swing
ball inside the box.
Yeah, Ziyech is definitely a key for this game. I think when he's on the pitch, he gives us something different. He can open up defenses like that with a cross, with a through ball. And, that is something that is definitely something we've missed for a very long time.
I think we need to hit them with long-range shots. We need to try something.
Yeah, I agree, bro. Definitely agree with that. So go on. Let's go for your predictions. Starting with Joe. What's your score? I know you said 4-0. You sticking to 4-0, or what are we doing?
Yeah.
4-0, bro. Not even one goal for them. Yeah. So no goal for Kane. No one. Wow.
Mendy clean sheet.
I'll say 1-0 Chelsea. I think Werner will score because he always loves scoring at Spurs.
Yeah,
Mm.
fair
Yeah.
enough. Adz?
You know what, bro? Like I said, it's gonna be close, but I feel like Tottenham will score the second goal. I think Chelsea will net the first one. Then obviously Tottenham will net the second one. Be half time. Abraham scores the next one, then obviously Werner wraps it up with the third. So I'm gonna say 3-1 Chelsea.
I think it's going to be a 3-1 Chelsea. I think, providing we turn up and play our game, it'll be a lot easier. Spurs can be a very hard game if you ain't turning up. They will capitalise. They'll give you problems. So we're going to have to be at our best if we're going to beat them. And for me, I want to see a good performance because yes, we've been beating these smaller teams up to now, but now we're up against one of the top 6. I want us to be putting the same performances that we have been the last 6 games that we've won. So let's hope that we can go out there and smash it. And yeah, we'll go from there. There is a potential that there might be a watch along as well, people. Not 100% sure yet. It just depends. We've still got to talk about it, me and Adz, but there's a potential we might be doing a watch along. We'll be able to jump on, have your say, get involved, and yeah. Other than that, everyone want to shout out their socials.
Yeah, bro. Shout out my YouTube channel CFC TV. Make sure to subscribe. My Twitter name is CFC TV as well. Big up, you guys.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Joe, where can we find you, mate?
You can find me on Instagram, TZE.
Yeah.
XUAN_0815.
Wicked. I think
What are you doing a Skype call after?
On Instagram.
What?
One sec. Sorry, I think you added me on Instagram, didn't you, bro? Earlier, was that you? Yeah, this is you. Yeah, I remember. Adz, sign us out, bro. Do what you do.
Sign us out. Yes, people, you know where to find me and Gem. Links will be down in the description. Twitter, Instagram, and you know the rest. Guys, have been GNA TV. Thank you for all the support. We're out again. Thank you very much.
All record eyes, still want to act, not the ghost.